I just spent the last 2.5 weeks cleaning up what I can only describe as an apprentice hoarder apartment. Not quite a full hoarder, but she was applying for the show for sure. A lot of work, and we come back expecting peace. Like we did all the work, and then back here, okay, our home. We're back home. No, not at all. Here's a picture of our current apartment, way worse than her apartment ever was. And then we come home to the funniest, ironic, just surprise. Yes, I am wearing a woman's fur hat. It's Russian, and I'm warm. Are you? Can you say the same? Let me paint a picture for you the last 2.5 weeks, and then you'll see the irony of what awaited us upon our return. So we get the news that my fiance, Cynthia, her mother is sick. She could have days to weeks to live. We're talking aggressive cancer. I'll make a whole separate video about that, on why maybe you shouldn't see your doctor if you're sick, because she's dead. That's the first reason. There's others. So we took a 5-hour bus trip out to Ottawa where she lived, and that's where Cynthia's family lives. She used to live there. So everyone's there, her sister. And so our thing was just go there and help clear out this apartment because she's likely not coming back, but we felt like maybe we could save her. Cynthia was going to the hospital, bringing her all this healthy food and stuff. It didn't work, but we were cleaning up the apartment to hopefully she could return. And the things we found there, like picture someone with cancer, can't walk, and all the dishes just piled up for like a year. And the sink was so dirty it looked like it was rusted, and there was so much work that went into that. Like there was expired food in the fridge for a year, I think. The smells were not great. So that's what we did for the past 2.5 weeks, just cleaned all that up, made it livable. The amount of work that we both did, like my work was more physical, just clearing out stuff, packing things, getting things ready to either be thrown out or donated, or maybe the family wants it. Whereas Cynthia's is more emotional, trying to save her mom, and like we're both going through some stuff. And after 2.5 weeks, it's like, okay, I think we're done here. Her mom passed, and so we went back home, another 5-hour trip. We get home. You would not believe what awaited us. Before I tell you those nightmares, we took some furniture back, a rocking chair that Cynthia's grandfather built, and a little like side table that she wanted for meditation. We had a couple suitcases, so we get a ride share back with an ambulance driver. I'm just saying, we didn't know that till after, but he was so fast, I was so scared. He was doing 130 kilometers easily at times and just maneuvering. I was like, holy shit. There was one moment where he was tailgating pretty close and he's looking at his phone and then he like stopped short. We almost died a couple times. And then we have all this heavy furniture. I'm fasting, by the way, haven't eaten. It's about 4 p.m. now. Usually I eat at 1 p.m. I'm hungry. And I have to bring up all this furniture up 3 flights of stairs. We have no elevator. So I do all that. We get home. The smell in our apartment, I was like, it smells like garbage. We cleaned everything out. We didn't leave garbage. You know what happened? Oh, this is a good one. My landlord decided to install new heater valves. I used to complain a lot that it's not warm enough. I was vegan in the winter. That doesn't work usually. And so I was like, it's too cold. Like, can you put the heat up? And they would. And then someone on the first floor would say, it's too hot. What are you doing? So like they were losing their minds. They put valves now so you can shut your stupid cold house down below and I can have it pumping and be in a tank top in the winter like I should be. What I didn't expect was one of the laborers who installed the valve accidentally hit my power bar. That turned off my fridge. It turned off the fridge. So I had a freezer full of meat. Cynthia had like a week's worth of food. We had all this stuff in the fridge. my water kefir, we're talking supplements. It smelled so bad. All my food is gone. I was hungry as hell. I come home, it's like, okay, I can eat. I got all some grass-fed beef in the freezer, just pressure cook that, boom. What happened? What does that smell? All gone. Starving. The smell. Even if I went and got food, could I eat it in this new house that smells like a garbage can? I was so used to this terrible fridge smell in Ottawa because it was much better than ours was, but terrible. Just rotten food everywhere. Ow. Our fridge is 10 times worse than hers ever could dream to be. You would not believe the odors and the terror. Like, who does that? It was probably like that for a week and a half, maybe? They were coming like a couple days after we left. So instead of getting home and relaxing, chilling, making dinner, and then, ooh, we got this new piece of rocking chair here. Piece of rocking chair? I need to learn English. I'll work on it. We could have set up our new place. Everything's cool. Relax. We're back home. No. 10 times worse. And we somehow brought the spirit of her mother's apartment back with us. That was the weirdest thing. We're trying to figure it out. Because we get back and our fridge is way worse than hers. And then we're looking around our apartment and it's just like a hoarder's mess because we have all this suitcases and new furniture and everything's in shambles. I got boxes everywhere, deliveries that were coming. What happened to my life?
Walking backwards, but I'm going forwards. But sometimes I go sideways, or maybe in a spiral. He's walking in a circle.
We're still trying to figure out spiritually, like, what is the message here? We get back, like, I thought we just did like 2.5 weeks of good deeds, basically, for free. We wanted to help, and we enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. Like, it was fun to do it. Like, no problem. Yeah, this is cool. Like, we'll do it. So I was kind of expecting a hero's welcome at home, something. Good karma. Like, we just built all this. Okay, we're doing this. Like, I have all these ideas now. I'm going to buy a snow shovel, and when it starts snowing, I'm just going to snow shovel random places that look difficult. Always on my walks, I see like, oh, someone should have shoveled this. Someone's going to be me. Or people's sidewalks, whatever. Like, I want to help and do good things. And so I was expecting that we did all this good stuff. We're going to come back to maybe a treat of good karma. But it was 10 times worse. I was like, what is the punishment for? I don't get it. It's not karma for wearing a dead woman's fur hat. You don't know what you're talking about. Your theories are easily debunked. I'm Russian. It was used, all right? I didn't pay for anything. Yeah. Can somebody help me understand what happened there? I brought the spirit of her mother back into my house that was peaceful before, and now it's in shambles. That fridge will never smell the same. Neither will I. I didn't smell good to begin with. We know that. I'm a meat eater. I smell potent. Life is strange. But, you know, with all this, I'm happy still. I was a little peeved when I smelt that fridge. And for a little bit, I was like, F. It's like, that's hundreds of dollars. The landlord will reimburse us. And I'm trying to be fair with that number. But there's labor that goes into that and pain and suffering. I'm still happy. We got over it pretty quickly, and we're chilling. We're good. Why am I so close? You know what's funny? When bad things happen, usually it's like really good. You have to look for the good in the terrible thing. And I'm thinking like, all this food, maybe I would have got food poisoning from one of the beefs. It's highly unlikely, Something could have happened. I would have got poisoned, then be like, oh, meat, terrible. Vegan, fruit-based. I'm going. There's the muscle loss and the acne return. I don't need that in my life. I have a new secret camera setup that I'm testing on you first, before my camera channel gets to know about it. So, yeah, all right. Good one, God. You gave it to us. We thought we were getting a hero's welcome, rewarding for the good work, and it was the complete opposite. He's like, you think that was work? That was like what you should have done no matter what and more. You didn't do enough. This is what you should, like, don't go back into your normal life where you're on the internet and you're focused on material items. Ooh, camera gear, yes. Like, this is your new path of helping. Don't forget that. Come home and work and help yourself. So that's what we discovered, and it was fun. It's fun times. So I got new food. It smells terrible. I hope they give us a new fridge. That fridge will never be the same, but I doubt that's gonna happen. Come on. They're gonna renovate the apartment when we leave. There's gonna be a new fridge and a new stove. Why not just put them in now? You know what I mean? You don't? Still, you could thumb up the video. What a hat. Thumbs down if you're wearing a chipmunk hat right now. That's hardly ethical, is it? The cutest little, they store nuts in their cheeks and they puff out, and you wonder, what are you carrying? How do you carry so much? It's a good strategy for survival, and you wish you thought of it first and you didn't. That's on you. That's on you. Thank you for watching today. And subscribing, don't forget that. And tell me the lessons I should have learned from all this. Why am I being punished? I was reading the Bible all throughout that whole trip. The Book of Enoch, I brought that little thing. I read that whole thing. That was interesting. Good stuff in there. All right, I'm gonna go.